everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and today I'm going to show you some exercises for shoulder tendonitis. If you're looking for some stretches, make sure and click on the link up here. Since shoulder tendonitis is a very general term, we're going to do some general exercises. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So the first stretch or slash exercises, it's a little combination of both, are going to be your pendulum exercises. Pendulums are my favorite because it really helps open up that shoulder, it loosens up those muscles and those tendons, and it really just kind of works it out. So if you have a lot of pain in the shoulder, I always say start off with the pendulums because that's going to help loosen everything up. I'm going to show you first without a weight, and then if you don't have any precautions or contraindications of your shoulder, then I'm going to show you how to do it with a weight, because the weight kind of just helps open up that joint just a little bit more. So use a chair or a countertop, something sturdy that you can hold on to because you're going to lean over a little bit. Make sure that you're getting in a good position, and if it's really hurting, try not to actively move your shoulder. You're going to use your body to move your shoulder, but again, if you don't have any precautions or contraindications or like surgery type stuff, you can move your arm a little bit, but it really makes it more relaxed if you can just move your body to make your arm move. So hold on with the good side, and then the side that you want to work, or the one that's hurt, just let it hang straight down. Get your body in a nice comfortable position, feet spread out, and what you're going to do is try and make a circle with your arm, but use your body to do it. So the arm should really just hang there and relax, and then you're moving your whole body to make that arm move. So again, just having it pretty relaxed. So it doesn't have to be big circles. You're really just trying to get that movement in there. It's hanging down, opening up that joint, and getting those muscles to relax. So you want to do about 10 one way, and then reverse it and do 10 the other way. So even though I don't have problems with this shoulder right now, probably will later, it feels really good even with a good shoulder, just hanging down, loosening it up a little bit. So if you have an injury or some irritation going on, this is a really good way to get some of that out of there. The next one is just going to be a side-to-side movement. So you're going to kind of stay in the same position, and this time just sway side to side to let that arm swing back and forth. So again, you see it doesn't have to be big movements. You don't have to have your arm swinging like this, but just going back and forth to really get it nice and loosened up. And then the last one is a front to back movement. So put the foot forward on the opposite side so you have room to swing a little bit. And again, just let it hang down and then lean front to back to have that arm just kind of swing back and forth. So again, that's just a nice way to kind of loosen it up and let everything hang and relax, especially if those muscles are tight and kind of spasmed out a little bit. So if you try those feel really good, don't have any problems with them, then you can take a little weight to add on. This is just a soup vegetable can. It's about 1 pound. You don't really need a whole lot more than that, but just enough to get some weight on there to open up that joint a little bit more. So you're just going to do all the same movements. With the weight, you can, again, actively move your shoulder a little bit, but you really want the body to do most of the work. So hanging it down, swinging it around in those circles, 10 one way, reverse it, 10 the other way. Then you can do the side-to-side motion, really just letting it hang and loosen up, and then putting that opposite foot forward and then just kind of swinging back and forth. So the next exercise is just going to be some shoulder shrugs. You can do shoulder shrugs sitting or standing, and all you're doing is bringing those shoulders straight up if you can. So you're not hunching your head down, but you're bringing your shoulders up. So really just kind of bring them up as much as you can. You're really kind of loosening up that shoulder area. That's what you're trying to do. So just hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds and then come back down. You really want to try and get it straight up and down, not forward a little bit or not backwards a little bit, because we'll do other exercises for that. So just up, hold that about 3 to 5 seconds, come back down, and you can do about 5 or 10 of those. Then you're going to go into the shoulder squeeze, which is actually going back. Again, you want to make sure you're doing the technique right, because you're not kind of squeezing up like this. That's still a little bit of a shrug, but this time you're going back. You're imagining that someone has their hand placed right on your spine, and you're trying to take those shoulder blades and squeeze into the spine area. So really go kind of downwards and back. So your shoulders don't come up like this, you're really going back this way. So as you can see, I'll turn around and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back and down. So it's not up like this, it's back and down. And I'm using those elbows as a target, almost like I'm trying to take those elbows all the way back and touch them behind me. So again, with this one, you want to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds. You can start off with just 5 of those, work your way up to 10, and then if you want to hold it just a little bit longer, you can. Now you're going to do some strengthening exercises. With the strengthening exercises, resistive bands are my favorite way. You can use weights, but I really like the bands better. I think you just get a better exercise going in and out for it. So if you have the TheraBand brand, the way it goes is yellow is the lightest, then red, green, blue, and so on from there. So I have a red, but you probably want to start off with a yellow. If it's not TheraBand brand, they're usually different colors, so just make sure you know and check and start off with the lightest one. So what we're going to do now is an external rotation exercise. So this time you can do both sides. I think it's pretty easy to do it both ways. If you just want to do the side that's bothering you, you can anchor it in a door and do it, but this is just a little bit easier to do. Keep your elbows really close to your side. It's kind of like the stretch that we did. You don't want that elbow to leave the side, so if you need to roll up a towel and put one on each side and squeeze in, then you know your elbows are going to stay there. Keep your thumbs in that upright position. They don't have to be sticking up, but you want them to be up on top. And you want your wrist to be in a fairly neutral position. So when you're pulling out, you don't want to do this because you don't want to get your shoulder better and then have wrist problems because you cranked out your wrist so much. So really try and keep those wrists in a neutral position, elbows by your side, thumb in an upward position, and then just pull out gently. So you don't have to go super far. Some people try and really crank it out, but then what's going to happen is your elbows are going to leave your side. So the important part is not how far you go, but how well you control the band. So really keeping control of that band. Don't let it pop back in. Just use a nice, slow, controlled motion. So not popping it back in like this, because that might end up irritating something even more, but just really controlling it going in and out. So just starting off with 10 of these, you can work your way up from there, or you can then do 2 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, 2 sets of 15, and kind of go up from there. If you end up getting to like 20, 25 and it's easy, then you're probably ready for the next heaviness of resistance for the bands. So now you're going to go into doing some flexion for your shoulder. Make sure that you're stepping tight on the band so it doesn't come back up and pop you. So if you want to step on it with both feet, you can. If you feel good holding it with one, that's fine as well. With these next exercises, you want to keep your elbow fairly straight. If it bends a little bit, that's okay because there might be some weakness in there, but you want to try and keep it as straight as you can. Again, keeping that thumb kind of in that upwards position because that's going to open up that shoulder and then not put some impinging on it, because if you put that impinging on it, that's going to irritate those tendons even more. So when you lift your arm up, you only want to go to about 90 degrees. You don't want to take it all the way up. I have a lot of people ask why only to 90. Well, when you're rehabbing your shoulder, if you really go all the way up this way early on, you're going to risk irritating it even more. So remember, we're not trying to bulk up. We're trying to rehab and reset those muscles. So you really only need to go to 90. You don't need to go higher than that. So keeping that thumb up, just coming to about right here, and then nice and slowly coming back down. So really controlling that movement straight up and nice and controlled back down. So again, just starting off with 10 of these and then kind of working that progression up and then going up to the next band strength if you need to. The next one is going to be shoulder extension. So still in that same position, same thumb position, same arm position, but this time when you're going into extension, you're not going to be able to go all the way up to 90 without bending forward. So you don't have to go as far. You want to keep your body upright. So you don't want to bend over like this because then you're not really getting that shoulder movement. Keep your body upright and then just pull back. It's probably going to be 30 to 40 degrees going backwards. So it doesn't have to be a big pull back there, but again, really controlling that band, getting the control in the movement is what's really going to help get those muscles working how they're supposed to again. Then the next one is going to be going into abduction, which is completely out to the side. So this time turn that thumb outwards, and then keeping that arm straight, again, you're going to go to about that 90 degree. So just to about here, and then nice and slow coming back down. So when you're doing the motions with that long lever arm, so the elbow's straight versus bent, it doesn't take a whole lot to really work these muscles. So remember, if you've got that tendonitis going on, you don't have to do a whole lot. Just doing about 10 to start off with and then seeing how you feel is going to be the best way. Don't overdo it and then that night and the next day be so sore that you can't do anything. So the last one with the band is then going to be a scaption movement. So scaption is not straight in front of you, it's not completely out to the side, but it's about right in the middle of those. So I call it that 45-degree angle. So not here, which is 90, but right in the middle, which is that 45-degree angle. So still having that thumb up, still coming up to about 90 degrees, but right in that middle motion, which is what we call scaption. And then nice and controlled back down. So those are your exercises for shoulder tendonitis. Remember, if you want to check out the stretches, you can click on the link over here. And if you'd like to help support the channel, click over here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking down here. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.